How do you develop self confidence and the ability to move forward in uncertainty?
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up because I'm very actually not the most confident person. I deal with imposter syndrome heavy, and in addition, I post a lot about this on LinkedIn and stuff like that. But I actually struggle with mental health, so I deal with like anxiety a lot. And the very definition of anxiety is like you're very not confident of the future, right? Um, and so I think there's two things. One, the fact that I actually took the time to really deal with my mental health. I have a toolbox of things to manage my anxiety, to manage my depression, all these different aspects that typically lead to self doubt. I have a toolbox to like actually handle that. So I have like years of practice of being in a really low spot and having to force myself to get out of that low spot, right? So that's one component. Now the advice wouldn't be, well, start having mental health challenges like that. That's not good advice, right? I wouldn't wish that on anyone, right? If you are in that position, you could use that as a leverage point, right, to grow. But then the second part is through kind of those mental health challenges, I really had trust the process that the next day will be better. And if the next day will be better, I just have to optimize on just getting over the next second, the next minute, the next day, the next week, right? And growing that. And with that mindset, it's just a really just trust the process kind of approach. I'm not confident in XYZ, but if I believe in this outcome or I believe in like this is the right thing to do, going back to kind of the values things, if I focus on just not completing it but making it to the next day or make it to the next iteration, right? And just really excelling at that, I will get past that imposter syndrome. Eventually I will see, okay, that was just my mind messing with me. I showed up continually day after day after day. I'm still here. There's obviously something going on. And I think for the actually really click moment for that was when I first started kind of growing my audience on LinkedIn. When I hit 10,000 followers, I asked my wife, I was like, who would listen to me? This is wild. And her response was super blunt, but she was like 10,000 people. And even though it was so simple, it just made it very clear. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, you're right. I mean, 10,000 people have said they want to follow and listen to me, and it's grown from there, right? And so I think at the core, kind of that message is trust the process. You may not be confident right now, but if you focus on just continuing and iterating, you will find that confidence eventually, especially if you believe in what you're trying to achieve. And then going back to that value system of like that why. Why are you pursuing this? Because that will push you to go through those hard times when you don't believe in yourself. But you use that belief in a larger mission to help propel you.